understand that, Mother. Not doing that to Daddy. You must have known how much it had hurt him.
Oh, please. Angie!
What's going on?
I'll tell you later.
John, you won't leave me, will you? Please don't leave me, too.
Only me.
Hello.
Hi. Where's David?
Oh, he's in the shower. He'll be out in a minute.
Good. I want to see him before I leave for Sydney. I'm going to see Daddy to apologise for being dumb enough to believe Mother about the breakup.
Why don't you come around and sort it out with her before you go? She's a bit of a mess.
Oh, she's obviously done a good job of convincing you
I can see she is.
I told you what she did last night. She's been conning us all along. She set the whole thing up.
Okay, she's made some mistakes, but you didn't see her last night. She's not bunging it on. When she stopped crying, she just sat there. I could hardly even get her to talk.
She'll find plenty of shoulders to cry on. She's already got yours.
You can't just cut her off.
Well, I trusted her, John, and she used that to stop me from seeing Daddy. I don't want to know about her.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Hello? Got both of you, have I? What's going on?
Oh, just the usual family arguments.
I was telling her about Patricia. She's a mess and no one seems to care.
Well, when you play people off against each other, you take the chance they're not going to like it when they find out. She deliberately set up the split with Daddy, put the blame on him so she could come down here and play hard dumb by with you.
Only because she loves him. I'm not taking sides, Dad. I know she's done some rotten things. We can't just all dump her.
Haven't dumped her. Gave her a chance to get over the shock so we could talk about it calmly, but this changes things a bit, though. How do you know?
She was drunk, rambling on, let it slip.
You sure?
I could see by the look in her eyes after she'd said it. She was freaked. Probably it was a shock to her system telling the truth for a change.
That's not fair.
I think it is.
Hey, come on. I'll be taking Kev down to the exams this afternoon. I'll call and see you then. And you two stay right out of it. It's between us, Pat and me, to sort it out. Now, if Beryl can trust us to get on with it, I reckon you kids can do the same.
Certainly doesn't waste much time, does she? Getting Lynn back under her thumb? Oh, I can understand why, of course.
I hoped you would have calmed down a bit so we could talk about it sensibly.
Oh, did you?
I don't want to argue.
Oh, sure. Nothing nasty, nothing uncomfortable. What were you going to say? Sorry I humiliated you. Hope there won't be any hard feelings.
Well, you're bunging it on a bit, aren't you, Pat? Look, I know I've hurt you, and I'm sorry.
Oh, so am I. You have made a fool of me again. Yeah, you're like a little boy who runs away from home and comes back in the morning crying, Mummy. Well, I suppose you're better off going back to Beryl. What you really need is a mother.
Oh, come off it, Pat.
Oh, what can she do for you, David? I can make something of you.
But I don't want you to, Pat. I'm happy how I am now. That's your trouble. You try to run everyone's lives.
Because I usually make a damn sight better job of it than they do themselves.
Oh.
How do you suppose you got where you are today? Who do you think got you your job back after the accident? Stopped you being fired when you weren't making a go of it? You don't really think you did it on your own, do you? More gullible than I thought.
I don't need your interference, Pat. I don't want anything that I can't earn for myself.
And I shall enjoy taking back everything I have given you.
Well, you're going to screw yourself up if you start thinking like that.
It would be worth it to take the smile off your face. Go on, go back to Beryl and play happy families. I hope I never have to see you again.
I'm sorry to hear Patricia's in such a bad way. Certainly explains why she didn't put up more opposition to my appointment. I was surprised.
No, she'll be right. It's great to be back.
Same old place. It's a lot happier now without someone always trying to put a spoke in the wheel.
Oh, here.
What's this for?
For getting the job.
No?
It's to wear to the board meetings. Give them a bit of a shaking up at Ramberg. And it's a peace offering.
Not such a villain after all, eh?
Oh, I should have known.
Oh, don't worry. I was well and truly taken in by it, too. Barbara did try to warn me.
Oh, how was she when you rang?
Barbara? Oh, as always. She's a great lady.
Oh, you make a great pair. I'm glad you've invited her for dinner.
I hope you can stay on for it, too. Drink?
No.
Rosie's looking forward to it. She can't wait to show off the happy couple.
I think you and Mrs. Armstrong are a bit past being shown off.
Not us. Paul and Gail.
Gail?
You know, Rosie's granddaughter.
He's a good mate. Arranging for me to use a company truck. Be a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah, sure will be. We're just talking about you.
Who's we?
How do you reckon? I told Dave about the company truck.
All right. I talked to Ron Jackson, no worries. Have you seen her?
Yeah.
And?
I really don't want to talk about it.
You've seen her, haven't you? You've seen how upset she is.
Yeah, she's upset, all right.
I'll leave you to it. Go and pay my great nephew a visit.
What are you going to do about it?
She won't listen to me. Nothing I can do. You know, Angie was right. She organised the whole thing. She wanted to get together with me and organised everything she could.
What? I didn't see you fighting her off.
She conned me. She conned a lot of us. Well, you, me, and Angie anyway. We'd be better off if we just forget all about her.
I can't just dump her. Not the way she is. Someone has to stand by her.
Well, that's the way you feel. But you watch out. She's... Well, don't let her fool you any more than she already has.
I wouldn't be that stupid. Oh, come on. You don't have to pretend with me that everything's all right.
Oh, of course I don't have to pretend. Everything is fine. Started your packing yet?
What do you mean?
Oh, you'll be leaving me too, won't you? Everybody else is. Ah, of course, the flowers are a sort of parting gift to soften the blow.
Patricia!
Not that I care. The sooner you all get out of my life, the sooner I can get it organised.
I'm not going anywhere.
Why? Is there something else you think you can get out of me?
I am disappointed in some of the things you've done, but I'm going to stay. You need someone to look after you.
Oh, well, really must be sick then if somebody wants to look after me. Don't need anyone, you know. So you may as well go now. I mean, in the long run, they're all going to turn you against me anyway.
Patricia!
Oh, damn! Why did you have to bring me roses?
Come here.
I'll have it in the study. Oh, Barbara rang. She can definitely make it back for the dinner.
Oh, good. Nice to see things working out for a change.
I waited up for you. Wanted to have a chance to talk.
I was pretty late.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not spending more time with your new girlfriend. Well, had a bit of a chat with her yesterday. Well, I know it sounds strange coming from me, but she doesn't seem your type.
What makes you say that?
Forget it. If you don't want to hear what I think anyway.
You have to join a queue. I've been getting her to the neck from Jill and Fiona.
Well, what's the attraction? Is it just physical?
You should know me better than that.
What is it then?
I've got myself into a situation that's hard to get out of. I was lonely, miserable, and she cared about me. We made love, and she took it to mean more than it did.
Thought it wasn't just physical.
It's not. The tough act she goes on with, that's all it is, an act. She's a very sensitive kid. And I care about her enough to want to let her down gently.
got a way of complicating your love life, haven't you? When are you going to tell her?
Well, I don't want to spoil a dinner for her. She's so looking forward to it.
I'd say sorting hers out is more important than some dinner.
Oh, what difference will a few days make? She may as well enjoy it.
Too soft for your own good.
What?
Just me advising you.
It's nice to think we've got to the stage where you can.
What's the problem, Ron? Well, it's a bit embarrassing, actually. Can we,
What's so mysterious?
Or nothing. I just don't think the fella should hear about it.
Well?
It's concerning your mother. Well, I've been getting these phone calls from her.
What about?
Sacking your dad.
What?
Now, I managed to hold her yesterday, but this morning's call was very strange. I know she's brass and all that,
okay, Ron. Don't know anything about it.
What am I going to say if she rings again?
I'll try and stop her.
Isn't she well or something?
No, not too good at all. Leave it to me. I'll sort it out, mate.
You know, I'm sorry to bring it up, but I just didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, well, thanks for telling me. Well, can you tell me straight away if she contacts you again?
Sure.
I know I don't have to say it, but would you keep it between us?
Oh, hell yes. The boys have got enough to talk about. There's no point in giving them anything more.
Thanks, Ron. Dad doesn't know, does he?
Not to my knowledge.
Good. See ya.
Hey!
Hey, Dad.
Hey, son.
I'm just heading off to Patricia's.
It's a bit of a way to go for lunch, isn't it?
Dad, did Patricia make any sort of threats to you about the job?
Why?
Oh, just wondering. Did she?
What has she been doing?
She's, been phoning Ron Jackson.
About giving me the boot.
Yeah.
Why the hell can't she drop the whole thing? She knows where she stands.
She has been threatening you then?
Oh, I didn't take it seriously. Liar, ruddy women.
Look, keep your shirt on. Leave it
That's
to me,
my
okay?
job. She's trying to stuff up.
Dad, she's a bit of a case right now. If you go over there, it'll only make things worse. Leave it to me, honest. For now, anyway.
Oh, okay. Let me know how you go. I'll be home to Savo, organising the things from the truck.
I'll come over. Oh, did you get the one you wanted?
The truck?
Yeah.
She's a little beauty.
I'll have to start lining up the work for you.
I know favouritism, but you always know where to come when to get a fast job.
Right. I'll see you this Savo. Can you have a talk?
I'm busy.
It's about Dad.
Why would I want to talk about him?
I know about the calls you've been making to Ron Jackson.
Well, so you should in your position.
You're not being very sensible about it.
It makes perfect sense to me. I want him sacked.
Why? There's not one good reason.
Hal Mason wanted him sacked. Said he couldn't handle the job.
What the hell has Hal Mason got to do with it?
He told me just before he died. Said David was no good.
You're not making any sense. You were bending over backwards to keep Dad a job a week ago.
Siding with him, are we?
I'm not siding with anyone. I'm just trying to handle it on a sensible, straightforward level.
I don't see that I'm not.
You're not achieving anything by doing a job on Dad. Can't you understand that?
It may not be achieving a great deal for you, but it's going to do a hell of a lot for me.
Okay, he walked out on you, but whatever you do isn't going to change that.
Oh, it makes me feel better, though.
How do you think he feels?
I don't give a damn how he feels, because he didn't give a damn about me.
Don't you think it's a bit early in the day?
I would like to have another drink. Is that all right?
I think it might be a good idea if you had a talk with your doctor.
What are you implying?
I'm not implying anything. I'm worried about you.
Oh, that's so touching. You come here trying to do a deal for your father and end up bundling me off to a doctor. Your heart's really in the right place.
Please, you need help.
Obviously not going to get it from you, am I?
I said I'd look after you.
Then sack him.
We're talking about you.
I am talking about sacking your father.
Mother, you're sick.
sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. I'm so sorry.
Hello, Charlie Bartlett.
Charlie, it's John Palmer.
Hello, darling. What a surprise. How are you?
Fine. I'm ringing about Patricia.
What's the matter?
Dad's gone back to Mum and she's taking it pretty hard.
Oh, dear.
I'm surprised she didn't call you.
I've been incommunicado, darling. How bad is it?
I'm pretty worried. Everything seems to be falling apart on her.
I did warn her.
Yeah, well, that's not going to help her right now. What she needs is friends around her who'll support her. I was wondering if you could come down.
Darling, I just got back from holidays.
I know it'd mean a lot to her if you could.
Well...
Only be for a couple of days.
Oh, all right, then. I'll catch the plane down this afternoon.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks a lot.
Okay, then. I'll see you later tonight.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll get it. Friend to see you.
Hello, darling.
Charlie, what on earth are you doing here?
Well, nothing much happening in Sydney, so I jumped on a plane and here I am. Oh, what a mournful dirge. I'm in too good a mood to listen to this.
Are you here to see if what they're saying about poor Patricia is true?
Are they saying something, darling?
Mother, Charlie's a friend.
I wish people would stop treating me
I'm
as if
always arriving unannounced. What's so special this time?
I don't like you arranging things behind my back.
It's nothing to do with him.
I'm sure.
I've never lied to you before. Why should I start now?
I'm sorry. I tend to fly off the handle very easily these days.
What are friends for if you can't abuse them? John's the one you should be apologizing to.
I don't know why you put up with me. You've brought enough luggage for a month.
My new summer wardrobe. Wait till you see. You'll be green with envy.
Go on, let's get you upstairs and unpacked.
My goodness. I had no idea.
What happened?
Thought she was almost back to her old self for a while. Catching up on all the Sydney gossip. The next thing, she starts carrying on about how David dumped her.
Been like that for over a week now.
I didn't know how to handle it. Just had to let her rave on till she calmed down.
What's she doing now?
I finally managed to talk her into a long, relaxing bath. She's far worse than I expected. She needs a doctor.
Tried. She went right off.
A holiday, then. With anything to get her mind off David.
Tried that too. Still, she might listen if it came from you.
I was planning a couple of weeks in Europe. Well, no reason I couldn't go straight away. Take her with me.
Thanks, Charlie. I'd be grateful for any help I could get.
Why are you staying round when everyone else has given up on her?
She's my mother.
She said you knew what she's done. You're not angry with her?
But I feel more sorry for her than anything else. If she doesn't get some sort of help soon, I wouldn't be surprised if she had a breakdown.
I think you're the same funny, awkward young man I met 6 months ago. You've come a long way.
Just doing what seems right.
Don't worry. She'll be on that flight to Europe with me, or I'll have well and truly lost my touch.
There you go.
Thank you, darling.
Oh, Charlie made an early night of it.
Said she was exhausted from ear bashing me.
She got results. Really glad you decided to take a holiday with her.
Actually, I'm quite looking forward to it.
Silly to let what happened with Dad mess you up.
I know you can't understand, but I'll never forgive him for what he's done to me. Don't worry. I won't let them get me down. My only concern is they might try to turn you against me while I'm gone.
No worries there. You just come back well and I'll be waiting for you, okay?
Promise?
Promise.
That's a deal. I didn't expect you home at this time.
Snap decision.
Would you like something to eat? There's plenty of food in the kitchen.
I've already eaten. There's something we have to talk about. Don't know if you've remembered or not, but it's Angie's and my birthday tomorrow.
Oh, your 21st, of course.
Don't know what you had planned.
Well, it depends. Charlie's been carrying on about flights and timetables. I'm not entirely sure when we're supposed to fly out, but I think it's sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, well, anyway, Mum and Dad have decided to throw a party at their place.
Oh, I see. It doesn't really matter whether I'm here or not then, does it?
Oh, come on. Okay, you can't really come to the party the way things are, but we can have a celebration of our own. Let's make a date for tomorrow. We'll do something depending on what time your flight is.
What about Angie?
Going to ask her.
She won't be interested.
It's worth a try.
She's made it very clear what she thinks of me. Talking to Gordon will have only made it worse.
All right, then. Lunch for the two of us. I'll book somewhere nice.
Don't bother. Only rub in the fact that I'm not really a part of it at all. Coffee's gone cold.
If I were you, darling, I wouldn't circulate that photo to the social pages. I'll get it.
Send whoever it is away.
Yes, what can I do for you?
I'm Lynn Palmer. Is Mrs. Hamilton home?
I'm afraid she's very busy right now.
Charlie, it's all right.
Come on.
What a lovely surprise.
I hope I'm not being a nuisance. Well, I wanted to tell you something. Well, I know the Palmers aren't having anything to do with you right now.
That's putting it mildly.
Anyway, what I wanted to say is, well, I don't agree with some of it. I hope it hasn't upset you too much.
I hadn't really wasted much time thinking about it, actually.
You've always been nice to me, and Davy. I just feel bad that you weren't invited to the party.
Hardly expected it under the circumstances. I'm very grateful that you came to say so, though.
Yeah, well, I suppose I'm wasting your time. I better get going. That's all I really wanted to say.
Well, you don't have to rush off, do you? Well, stay for a while. So, what have you been up to?
Oh, same old routine. Got a lot of extra work on my plate. With the party and all. Guess who's coming? Mr. Palmer's father. Have you met him?
Yes, a long time ago. Hope for your sake he's mellowed a little.
You didn't like him?
No, I didn't.
No, I don't like him much either. With Mrs. Palmer out working, I'm going to have to look after him.
How long's he staying?
I don't know.
Sounds to me like it's all being loaded onto you.
Getting a bit like that.
You should get yourself a job. Don't let them turn you into a drudge.
I can't think of much I can do.
It's not easy with a child.
No, it's not.
You know when to get home, don't you?
What do you mean?
When all the work's done.
No flies on me. How's it all going?
Fine. Can't stop and yak, though. Sorry.
Oh, your mum will tell me all about it.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, you're getting a bit fancy. What was that you handed to the driver?
It's a taxi docket. It means you don't have to pay for the trip.
Oh, where'd you get that from?
I went to see a modelling place about a job, and they gave it to me. There's nothing else to tell. They took some photos, took down some details. Well, I'll probably never hear from them again.
I paid for your taxi home. It's a pretty generous thing to do if they're not interested in you.
It's probably only because Mrs. Bartlett introduced me.
Charlie Bartlett?
Yes.
What were you doing with her, love?
I went to see Mrs. Hamilton.
Oh, why did you do that for?
Well, I wanted to let her know that I don't think it's fair you didn't invite her to the party. Well, she is their mum. I just wanted to tell her that.
David,
Oh, I'm allowed my own opinion.
It's okay, love. Just don't get upset.
And she put this crazy modelling idea into your head?
Well, not exactly. We were talking and I was saying that I wanted a job, something part-time. Well, something to give me a break, a bit of my own money. Then Mrs. Bartlett suggested modelling. A friend of hers runs an agency. She was saying that you can plan the hours you work. If I ever got any, which I won't, I'm sure I was terrible.
And suppose they do offer you work. What then?
I don't know. It just seemed like a good idea at the time, that's all. Especially when Mrs. Bartlett said she'd introduce me. She said she thought I had a chance.
Oh, you silly kid.
Oh, where are you going?
Where do you think?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, David. The girl called in for a friendly visit. I don't even know how we got on to modelling.
Oh, I bet you don't. You've tried everything you can to get a Beryl and me. Now you're using the kids.
I really couldn't be bothered. Lynn is sick and tired of being stuck with you and Beryl. It's as simple as that, and I don't blame her. She's got too much going for her to be turned into a housefrau. She knows that herself.
Look, stop trying to put ideas in a kid's head.
I could say the same about
You listen to me. I don't want you to have anything more to do with my family. None of them.
Oh, you'd love that, wouldn't you? If Lynn and John want to see me, you can't stop them.
She won't be coming back, and John needs his head ready if he doesn't see through you pretty soon. Now, you won't get another warning. If you try to get at us again, I won't be responsible for what I do.
Now you won't have too much to do while I'm at work.
No.
What the hell did you do it for?
Get stroppy with me, boy.
Why shouldn't I? It's the worst thing you could have done.
You know damn well Patricia had no right to put ideas into Lynn's head.
She didn't.
Lynn? Tell me what happened.
Was it your idea or Patricia's?
It's a bit of both.
What do you mean?
Oh, Patricia and Mrs. Bartlett suggested the modelling, but...
Yeah?
Well, I did start it by saying I wanted a job.
See?
What'd you go and tell them that for?
Well, why shouldn't I have a job? Mrs. Palmer's got one.
That's totally different, love. My family's all grown up.
Oh, come on. If I did get anything at all, it'd only be every now and then.
What about little Davy?
Well, I'll do my bit so you can go to your job. I thought you'd at least mind Davy occasionally for me.
Of course.
But we're getting off the track. You had no right to go around to Patricia's in the first place.
What are you going to do? Lock me in the house? I'm not a kid, you know.
OK, well, I can't stop you or anyone else going around to Patricia's. I expected a bit more common sense.
Hang on. I know she's done some bad things, but you're just sinking in the boot while she's down.
Oh, don't be so ruddy stupid, John. She's sucking you in like she did me while Beryl was away.
I don't know about that. All I know is she was just about over her problems, but you go over there and stir it all up again. The way she's thinking lately, she's just as likely to do something crazy because of it. If she does, you've got no one to blame but yourself.
Don't just sit there. Well, I'll help you pick out some comfortable travelling clothes. The plane leaves for Singapore at 10 in the morning, so you'll have to pack tonight.
What?
What's wrong with you? If you've been running all over town getting tickets and foreign currency and goodness knows what else, you'd show a bit more interest.
When did you say we were leaving?
We fly to Singapore tomorrow. We spend a day at Raffles, then a direct flight to Rome. There'll be a car waiting, and we can drive to some friends of mine who live in the...
Well, I can't leave tomorrow.
Patricia.
It's the twins' birthday party. I can't miss their 21st.
You know they'll never let you go.
I'm not leaving.
Why put yourself through a lot of embarrassment?
I don't expect you to understand. I need to be there.
You'll see John tonight. If you have to, you can give Angela a ring. But surely you realize you can't go anywhere near the Palmers tomorrow. We'll have a ball in Singapore. You'll be able to forget everything that's gone on here.
I'm not going, Charlie. How many times do I have to tell you? David thinks he can scare me off, but he can't. He only made a fuss about Lynn so no one would give me a last-minute invitation. I'm going to the party, invited or not.
Here. You'll need these. If you're going to ruin all the bookings I've made, you're on your own. You've got a copy of my itinerary. If you change your mind and decide to catch up later, you know where to find me. You could at least say you're sorry for wasting all my time.
I have to stay behind. I have to go to the party. They're my children, and I'm going to spend the day with them. I don't care what happens.
You listen to me, Patricia. Over the last year, I've watched you change. And over the last 2 days, I've watched you heading for a nervous breakdown. You stay here, and you're damned well going to have one. And I'm not going to stay around and watch. I've done my bit by arranging the trip. That's all I can do.
Fine. Well, that's up to you then. Have a lovely time. I won't be needing those.
Darling.
I'm not going.
When the whole idiotic idea backfires in your face, don't expect me to still be here. I'm going as planned.
I didn't hear you come in.
Down a bit?
Oh, turn it right up. I wasn't really watching it anyway. Sorry, I didn't know whether you'd be in for dinner or not. Couldn't really face eating by myself. Have you eaten?
Could go a beer, though.
Is that all? You sure?
Sure.
Oh, you're easy to please.
Her dad had been round? Give you a hard time? I don't think he should have done it. Told him so, too. Charlie, drop your ticket in?
Oh, that's all off. Timing was wrong.
Not because of anything Dad said to you.
No, nothing to do with that. Charlie and I just disagreed about priorities, that's all.
But I thought it was all arranged.
So did I. I wanted to go after your birthday, but she went ahead and booked the flight for something ridiculous like 10 in the morning. I couldn't understand why I felt it was necessary to stay here for your 21st.
So you'll go later on?
I doubt it. She's very angry with me. She's going on her own.
Nice to know who your friends are. Still, there's always Angie and me.
Well, there's you, anyway. I don't know how you've put up with me for the last couple of weeks.
Don't worry about Angie. She'll come round sooner or later. I'll see if I can talk her into lunch for just us three.
Thank you, darling.
Darling.
Right.
Oh, hi. Come in.
Thanks. When did you get back?
Oh, about half an hour ago. I haven't even unpacked yet.
Where's Rob? You leave him behind?
No chance. He's having a bath. Can I get you a coffee?
Yeah, thanks. Mr. Hamilton's big do a success?
Oh, great. It's good to see him so happy and relaxed again after everything Mother put him through. She certainly did a good snow job on me, too.
Rob get to see his daughter?
So did I. Got some news for you. So, Fiona's bringing her down tomorrow.
That's great.
Well, it's a pretty big step, I know, but... Well, Rob's tickled pink about it. I'm pretty excited myself.
Nice kid?
Oh, wait till you see her. She's lovely.
Really pleased it's worked out so well for you both.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do when you stop being selfish.
Patricia really wants to do something with us for our birthday. Nothing fancy, just a private lunch somewhere.
I don't want to have anything more to do with her.
Come on, Angie. She's given up her overseas trip just to be with us for the day.
More for her.
We're all she's got. It's a pretty big day. Can't you relax a little bit?
Not the way I feel about her now.
Oh, fair go. She is our mother.
I don't see why you can't see through her like everyone else.
I know she's done some pretty terrible things. I'm not trying to make excuses for her.
Well, I should hope not.
She's feeling really lousy. Her nerves are shot. Don't you think you could forget everything just for one day?
She's already had plenty of chances, and I've got enough on my plate with Dominic coming down.
I would have thought the fact that she's your mother would have made a difference.
Do you mind?
Oh, she's stubborn. Probably got it from you.
I don't blame her for the way she feels.
There's more to it than that. Like I said last night, she's got heaps on her plate.
John, I'm not a child.
She has got problems.
There's a lot you don't know. Angie mightn't be able to have kids, but Rob can. Already has. An old girlfriend turned up out of the blue with a little girl.
Rob's?
They knew nothing about it till about the same time Angie got the bad news from the doctor.
Oh, poor Angie. I can imagine how hard that must have been to take.
Anyway, while they're up in Sydney, seems they met the mother and the little girl. Her name's Domini. About 2 and a bit, I think.
I see what you mean about her having other things on her mind.
Yeah. And last night, Angie told me the mother had dumped the kid on Rob and shot through.
You mean she's here with them now?
No, not quite. Fiona's bringing you down later today.
Is Angela happy about that?
I think so now.
Could be the best thing for her and Rob. Oh, it'd be so nice to be with her now.
Maybe you should just go around and see her. It's worth a try.
Well, I suppose so. Why not? I'll drop over there before we have lunch. Take a little gift for the child. Worst she can do is slam the door in my face.
What if she does?
One thing's for sure, I won't let it spoil our lunch. Happy 21st.
Thank you.
I didn't think you'd accept a birthday gift from me, but hoped you wouldn't mind if I brought along a little gift for Domini. John told me all about it. I'm very happy for you.
I don't know why you even bothered coming. I felt angry enough about you before I talked to Daddy, but now...
Well, it's not going to hurt you accepting a little gift for the child.
I don't want it.
No use to me.
Got to be joking.
Very expensive joke.
It's really mine.
Yep. Gentleman over there has the keys.
You didn't have to.
I wanted to.
Thank you.
It's funny.
Hmm?
I was just thinking how unpleasant I was to you when I first met you, before I knew who you were. Now...
Now you're spoiling me rotten.
Oh, you deserve it. Come on, let's go and get the keys. Ramberg are complaining about having to cut costs. They could save some money on their paper bills if they didn't send so much rubbish to the board members.
Are you going to be okay tonight?
Yes, of course I am. Look very nice.
Thanks. Feel like watching TV?
Oh, for God's sake, just go. I'm sorry. Have a lovely time.
Thanks.
South Yarra, going to Albert Park, and I'd like to book the cab for 7 o'clock, please. And the name is Hamilton.
All get up together.
Okay.
You'll have to get up really close because I can't see you all. No, come in a bit further, Gordon, Rosie and Doug. That's it. Now, everybody smile. Away we go. There.
Hello?
Your car's waiting outside the front now, Mrs. Hamilton.
Thank you very much.
What do you reckon you're doing?
Well, I decided it was ridiculous not being at my own children's 21st.
Does John know about it?
Thought I'd surprise him.
Look, I told you yesterday, Pat. I don't want you around my family.
Oh, what about what I want, David? They're my children. This is a big day in their lives, and I would like to be there.
Tough. You're not getting in, Pat. So just leave.
I am probably the one person who has a perfect right to be there. I am their mother.
And I'm their father.
That's what you think. I was pregnant when I met you. They're not your children. Oh, that'd make a nice little birthday present, wouldn't it?
You put your face through that door, and I'll flatten you. Yeah, fine.
What sort of setup was it?
Oh, a couple of blokes with cameras, a lot of lighting gear, and being outside the cultural centre.
Are you okay, love? You look a bit pale.
Yeah, nothing a beer won't fix.
I'll get it.
Sit there, young man. Kevin? Excuse me, everyone. While we've still got him sober, I think we should get him to propose the toast.
Yeah. Give a bloke a go, eh?
Come on, we've been waiting for you so we can cut the cake. Come on, you two. Up.
I hate this sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, sure. She loves it.
Go on, David.
Just say.
Take a swig of that. Make it easier.
I'm glad I left the wedding speech to you, Gordon. There's not much I can say, really, except that they're a couple of beaut kids, and I'm proud of them. And I'm proud to be their dad. That's about it. I never could make a speech.
Yeah, well, fine. Well, come on, cut the cake. Come on, Angela, come on, John. Okay, in the middle. Oh, yeah! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny and Angela. Happy birthday to you.
Hip, hip.
Hooray! 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 For they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows. And so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows.
Love is very strange, it can come and go.
It can happen when you are young or old. When it comes from nowhere. When it comes, it changes your life. Sons and daughters, love and laughter, tears and sadness and happiness. We will find out our sons and daughters are what we two were once about. sad.